And we're back here at Dr. Ron Butcher Field. I'm now joined by Owls head coach Matt Schmidt. Coach, we just finished a very thrilling 1-1 tie. So I said it right when the clock hit zero that I think one team will feel better about this tie than the other. You guys pushed and you worked hard. And talk us through especially those final 10 minutes of the half as the pressure really poured on for Keene State.
Yeah, I mean, I think early in the game, right, we had to weather what they were bringing. They're a very good attacking team. I think once we kind of got settled in a bit and showed we could win the battles with one-on-one duels, that gave us a little bit of confidence. And honestly, there was a couple rotations we made where people in the midfield, Martin Labunga, Dorian, even Tommaso coming back in the second half, they were just a little bit more lively, and that was some space we knew we could kind of exploit. So in transition, I think we started finding those pockets, finding places where we could, when we were countering on them, create a little bit better chance than in the first half. We weren't finding that space.
Yeah, absolutely. Is that something you talked about with the team at halftime? You had subbed on Luke Hartshorn and Gaines Roberts maybe with 10 minutes before the half. They started the second half. Is that something that went into your thoughts about attacking UMass-Boston as the second half began?
Yeah, no, we saw, especially when they made rotations, like after we had weathered that first spell from then in that first 20-25, when they rotated some people, we saw some spaces that we could exploit. We saw some ways we could be on the ball more. So it was really just saying, hey, here's a couple of places where we can be confident and on the ball. When we lose it, especially don't lose it to certain people on their team.
Sure.
Defend hard, work. And I think that simplified things for them. And we found those moments when we could.
And then talk about the goal scored by Nick Vasquez. We just had him in here. He's a senior. He's dealt with some injury problems. He scored a very important goal today.
Yeah, I mean, Vasquez is a beast. He's that physical presence. That's why we had him in there. Everyone else trying to do the work, creating opportunities. If he can be in there and be that one that just punches it in, be that space where he's that presence that they don't want to deal with, and he proved that he's that guy. And I'm very happy for him because he has worked hard and hasn't been able to find the back of the net until today, so I'm happy for him.
Yeah, absolutely. This was a pretty important game for you guys. Only the third league game of the year, but we were 0-2 in the league prior to this game. We really needed to get at least a tie out of this to kind of stay in the race for the Little East Conference Tournament. We still have 5 LEC games to go. But just talk about what it means to get a point here, to get a tie here, especially in the dying moments of the game and in such a, kind of important game in the playoff picture.
I think the boys felt that, and captain leadership Elias and Dylan talked about it at the end, we've got to find that way to be able to do that for 90. Don't get ourselves backed in the corner meaning we have to play Boston or an RPI to be up like this. Same thing, not giving up that early goal to then bring out our best. We got to bring out that best from 90, and to hear them say it, to hear them driving that and maybe finally hitting home that message, I think that's going to be good pushing us forward.
Absolutely. Congratulations. A great result for the guys today. An important point here at home. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks. Go Gunners. How'd they do today? I didn't see.
They don't play.
And once again, one final time as we look out at the great views of Mount Monadnock here at Dr. Ron Butcher Field. Keene State College 1, UMass-Boston 1. The Owls rescue a point with a late goal from senior Nicholas Henao Vasquez. The Owls will be on the road all the way until October 8th. They will host Amherst College the next time they are at home. Amherst currently number 13 in the country. We'll see if that ranking changes by the time the purple and white come to Keene. For all of us here at the Owls Media Network, this has been Abe Oshiak bringing you the latest from Keene State College Soccer. We'll see you next time.
You have been watching a Keene State Athletics broadcast on the Owls Media Network. Please tune in to our next broadcast, and thank you for watching.